I was halfway out the doorway when the sunlight caught my eye. Golden lines across the pavement, not a single cloud in sight. Put my headphones in my pocket, let the morning play out loud. Every step is feeling lighter with the blue above the town. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need a perfect plan. Give me one more open window and the warm breeze on my hands. A little more sunshine, a little more blue, a little more time to do nothing with you. A little more sunshine falling over everything. Maybe that's all I needed to feel like myself again. There are flowers by the corner, someone's watering the street. There's a radio beside them playing something soft and sweet. We can take the longest sidewalk, we can miss the usual turn. There is nowhere that we're going, there is nothing left to learn. Oh, I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need a perfect plan. Give me one more open window and the warm breeze on my hands. A little more sunshine, a little more blue, a little more time to do nothing with you. A little more sunshine falling over everything. Maybe that's all I needed to feel like myself again. Let the hours move slowly, let the shadows grow long. We don't have to name this feeling, we can leave it in the song. A little more sunshine, a little more blue, a little more laughter, coming easy with you. More sunshine falling over everything. Maybe that's all I needed to feel like myself again. A little more sunshine, that's all I need. A little more sunshine, oh, following me. They're on a little blanket at the Sunday market fair. A tiny silver compass caught the morning air. Its glass was lightly scratched, its needle softly swayed, like it still remembered every road it ever made. The vendor smiled and told me it still points true today. I turned it in my hand and slowly walked away. Funny how one little thing can quietly suggest that maybe taking side streets sometimes works the best. No destination, no perfect map, just open streets and small surprises. Maybe getting lost is only another way to find somewhere new. The pocket compass turning with the breeze, pointing somewhere I had never seen. The pocket compass resting in my hand, not showing where to finish, only where to stand. Maybe every road has something waiting there. I wander through the market without a list to keep. Stop beside a violin playing on the street. Children chase the pigeons, someone painted names. A baker away from far away, like we'd met someday. The little needle shimmered every time I'd move, not because it changed the world, just because I did. I slipped it in my pocket with a quiet smile, thinking maybe every journey starts this small. No one knew where I'd go, I didn't know either. Still somehow the morning felt exactly right. The pocket compass turning with the breeze, pointing somewhere I had never seen. The pocket compass resting in my hand, not showing where to finish, only where to stand. Maybe every road has something waiting there. North or south, east or west, maybe none are really best. Sometimes all we need is one small reason to keep walking just a little farther. The pocket compass quietly at rest, leading not by distance but by curiosity. The pocket compass is small enough to hide, yet somehow big enough to change an ordinary day. Between two worn out pages of a book I almost gave away, there was an old train ticket, faded soft with age. The numbers barely showed, the station name was gone, only yesterday's blue ink was quietly holding on. I turned it in my fingers like it might explain who stood upon that platform waiting for that train. Maybe they were smiling, maybe they were scared, maybe someone waved goodbye standing over there. Every little paper keeps a little time, even after people leave behind. Somewhere in the silence, someone's story stays hidden in the smallest things. The old train ticket folded by the years, still carrying 1,000 little miles. The old train ticket never said a word, still it somehow spoke to me. Funny how a single piece of paper can travel farther than we ever see. Outside the wind was moving through the empty trees. Afternoon was drifting slowly with the breeze. I slipped it in my pocket, walked another street, wondering if another town still remembered those old seats. A whistle crossed my memory, though no train passed by. Some sounds stay forever, even after goodbye. Maybe every journey leaves a quiet trace, waiting for another heart to find its place. No destination, turn, just a little corner left unturned. Sometimes yesterday finds tomorrow in unexpected ways. The old train ticket folded by the years, still carrying 1,000 little miles. The old train ticket never said a word, still it somehow spoke to me. Funny how a single piece of paper can travel farther than we ever see. Maybe someone reached their home, maybe someone changed their plans. Maybe this small ticket was the beginning of a different life. The old train ticket, quiet in my hand, holding places I'll never understand. The old train ticket, one forgotten thing. Some journeys never end, they simply change who we become.
I found a little camera behind a dusty shelf. Its leather strap was faded, like it had stories left. No price tag on the window, just a handwritten note. Still works if you're patient, that was all it wrote. I held it for a moment, looked through the tiny frame. The whole room felt different, though nothing really changed. I wondered who had carried it down streets I'd never know. How many quiet afternoons it used to call its own. Every scratch, every mark, someone left a little part. Some things grow more beautiful the longer they've been loved. The secondhand camera, still waiting on a shelf, holding little memories it couldn't keep itself. The secondhand camera, looking back somehow through another pair of eyes, here and now. Maybe every photograph begins before the shutter falls. The shop owner smiled softly, said it came in yesterday. Didn't know much about it or where it used to stay. I turned the silver dial, heard the quiet click, like somebody's yesterday was breathing just a bit. Outside people hurried, buses came and went. Inside time was slower than the afternoon had meant. I didn't even buy it, still I walked away, feeling like I'd borrowed a memory for a day. Not everything needs to be taken home to stay with you. Some things simply leave behind a different point of view. The secondhand camera, still waiting on a shelf, holding little memories it couldn't keep itself. The secondhand camera, looking back somehow through another pair of eyes, here and now. Maybe every photograph begins before the shutter falls. Someone laughed inside this frame, someone waved without a name. Somewhere far beyond today, those little moments still remain. Maybe that's what pictures do long after they're through. secondhand camera, still waiting patiently, keeping quiet afternoons for someone else to see. The secondhand camera, one forgotten thing. Funny how a little lens can change the way you see. The secondhand camera still remembers everything. At the end of Harbor Lane, a little windmill turned, not for power, not for show, just dancing with the wind. Beside it stood a bakery with flour on the floor. The bell above the wooden door sang softer than before. Fresh bread lined the shelves, still warm from early dawn. Someone wrote today's menu in careful chalk and white. The smell of butter drifting out reached halfway down the street. Before I knew what happened, I was walking through the door. Some places call your name without a single word. You only notice after you're already there. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery, standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. An old couple shared one cinnamon roll, breaking it in half without saying much. A little boy pressed both his hands against the glass, choosing only with his eyes. Someone packed a paper bag, folded neat with string, like even simple mornings deserved a little care. I left with one small loaf, still warm in both my hands. The smell stayed with me longer than the road back home. Nothing rushed, nothing loud, just quiet moments freshly made. Some mornings taste better when they aren't planned. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery, standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. Tomorrow someone else will open up that little door, following only the smell of bread, finding more than they came for. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze, holding little mornings for every past the narrow alleyway where ivy climbed the wall. A little painted wooden sign was swaying in the breeze. I almost walked right past it like everyone before. Then something made me turn around and open up the door. Warm air wrapped around me, smelling faintly sweet. Rows of little flowers reached toward the afternoon. Sunlight through the glass above painted everything in green. Even all my hurried thoughts slowed quietly with me. Some places bloom without a sound, waiting patiently to be found. You never know what's hiding there behind one little door. The greenhouse door open to the spring. One small step changed everything. The greenhouse door, quiet, warm and bright, holding little pieces of the morning light. Funny how a place so small could make the whole day grow. A woman trimmed the smallest leaves carefully enough to make the silence sing. An old wooden watering can rested by the wall like it had been waiting there for years without a word. A little orange butterfly found its way inside, floating through the ferns without a map to guide. I didn't buy a single plant, still I left with more than I had before I found the greenhouse door. Nothing called me by my name, still I felt welcome there. Maybe kindness sometimes grows quietly in the air. The greenhouse door open to the spring. One small step changed everything. The greenhouse door, quiet, warm and bright, holding little pieces of the morning light. Funny how a place so small could make the whole day grow. Tomorrow someone else will push that little door, searching only for a flower, finding something more. Maybe that's what little places have been waiting for. The greenhouse door open to the spring. One small step changed everything. The greenhouse door, I'll remember still. Some places never leave, even after you do. The greenhouse door quietly remains. The route kept climbing past the cedar trees till the town grew smaller, far below my feet. There upon the hillside, painted white and blue, stood a little observatory, waiting in the afternoon. Only 3 more visitors
was doing all it knew. Some endings never asked to be anything brand new. The little observatory, looking over everything, where daylight slowly hands the sky to evening. The little observatory, standing calm and still. Funny how the quiet places stay with you the most. Maybe this was where the journey wanted me to be. One by one, the stars appeared without making any sound. The little girl whispered to her father, "Do they always wait up there?" He smiled and nodded gently, like he'd answered that before. Outside, the wind moved through the pines, slowly toward the shore. I didn't need to say a thing, the view had already done enough. Every road, every place, every step along the way quietly became a part of me before I even knew. The little observatory, looking over everything, where daylight slowly hands the sky to evening. The little observatory, standing calm and still. Funny how the quiet places stay with you the most. Maybe this was where the journey wanted me to be. Tomorrow I'll be somewhere else, walking roads I've never seen. But every place that found me first will travel here with me. Maybe that's what journeys leave long after they are done. The little observatory, watching through the night, keeping little dreams beneath the stars above. The little observatory, high above the town. Some places never ask to be remembered, they simply are. And somehow you never forget.
I wasn't looking for somewhere to stay, just another shortcut on an ordinary day. The map kept talking, I turned it off, thought I'd trust my feet instead. There beneath the maple, past an empty swing, sat a weathered wooden bench without a single sign. No famous view, no painted name, still somehow it asked me to remain. Nobody waiting, nobody calling, just the breeze moving through the trees. Sometimes a place finds you first before you know what you need. The bench with no name, hidden from the street, holding quiet afternoons for anyone who needs. The bench with no name, nothing much to see. Funny how the smallest places remember you completely. Maybe that's enough for me. A cyclist waved without slowing down, a golden retriever rolled across the grass. Somebody practiced an old trumpet tune, missing half the notes, still smiling through. Clouds kept changing without a sound. Leaves kept dancing on the ground. Everything around me stayed exactly as it was, only I felt different somehow. No destination, no surprise, just one quiet become your favorite one. The bench with no name, hidden from the street, holding quiet afternoons for anyone who needs. The bench with no name, nothing much to see. Funny how the smallest places remember you completely. Maybe that's enough for me. Maybe tomorrow someone else will sit right here without a plan, never knowing someone else once found a little piece exactly where they stand. The bench with no name, hidden from the street, holding quiet afternoons for anyone who needs. The bench with no name, nothing much to see. Some places never ask who you are, they simply let you be. The bench with no name, I'll remember you. Folded in a wooden drawer beneath a stack of faded charts lay a weather-beaten paper marked with careful little stars. The corners had been softened by hands I'd never known. Blue lines across the ocean from many years ago. One small lighthouse circled carefully in quiet pencil writing that time refused to leave. I traced the faded coastline with one curious hand, wondering who once followed every line across the sand. Some maps lead across the sea, some only lead inside your dreams. Every faded corner still remembers where it's been. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, folded by the years, holding little journeys far beyond right here. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, quiet in my hands, pointing not to places but forgotten plans. Funny how a single page can carry so much sky. Outside gulls were calling over gentle waves, fishing boats were drifting slowly through the bay. The shopkeeper smiled softly, said nobody buys those now. Still he brushed the dust away like they mattered somehow. I rolled it up with care, then placed it back again. Some treasures don't belong inside another home. I left with empty pockets but a fuller afternoon. Certain little moments stay with you much longer. Nothing owned, nothing kept, some memories travel light. Sometimes wonder is enough to change the day. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, folded by the years, holding little journeys far beyond right here. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, quiet in my hands, pointing not to places but forgotten plans. Funny how carry so much sky.
Maybe someday someone else will unfold those careful lines, finding all the quiet dreams hidden in between.
Some roads fade, some remain inside the heart just the same. The forgotten lighthouse map, resting where it stayed, keeping little oceans safe upon the page. The forgotten lighthouse map, one forgotten guide. Some adventures never end, they simply wait to be found. At the end of the river road, past the old white rail, there was a tiny ferry waiting by itself. No long lines, no busy crowd, only quiet footsteps on weathered wooden boards. A no bell rang, the rope came loose, morning drifted slowly across the water blue. No one seemed in any hurry, even time boarded too. Some places don't ask your name, they simply carry whoever came. Back and forth without a sound, a little journey across the town. The tiny ferry crossing gentle waves, taking little stories from one shore to the next. The tiny ferry never running late, every quiet crossing worth the wait. Funny how the shortest ride can stay with you the longest time. A florist held a bucket full of roses, a little boy counted passing birds. Someone read the morning paper, another closed their tired eyes. Halfway over, the engine softened, only water filled the air. Nobody spoke, still somehow everything was being shared. One more crossing, one more smile, one more morning passing by. Maybe that's how memories quietly arrive. The tiny ferry crossing gentle waves, taking little stories from one shore to the next. The tiny ferry never running late, every quiet crossing worth the wait. Funny how the shortest ride can stay with you the longest time. Tomorrow someone else will stand exactly where I stood today, watching sunlight dance across the moving river. All the same, some places never really change, that's why we come again. The tiny ferry crossing gentle waves, taking little stories from one shore to the next. The tiny ferry moves
beautiful chalk and white. The smell of butter drifting out reached halfway down the street. Before I knew what happened, I was walking through the door. Some places call your name without a single word. You only notice after you're already there. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery, standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. An old couple shared one cinnamon roll, breaking it in half without saying much. A little boy pressed both his hands against the glass, choosing only with his eyes. Someone packed a paper bag, folded neat with string, like even simple mornings deserved a little care. I left with one small loaf, still warm in both my hands. The smell stayed with me longer than the road back home. Nothing rushed, nothing loud, just quiet moments freshly made. Some mornings taste better when they aren't planned. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery, standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. Tomorrow someone else will open up that little door, following only the smell of bread, finding more than they came for. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze, holding little mornings for everyone. It meets the Windmill Bakery. I'll remember still some places keep your heart long after you've gone.
I was halfway out the doorway when the sunlight caught my eye. Golden lines across the pavement, not a single cloud in sight. Put my headphones in my pocket, let the morning play out loud. Every step is feeling lighter with the blue above the town. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need a perfect plan. Give me one more open window and the warm breeze on my hands. A little more sunshine, a little more blue, a little more time to do nothing with you. A little more sunshine falling over everything. Maybe that's all I needed to feel like myself again. There are flowers by the corner, someone's watering the street. There's a radio beside them playing something soft and sweet. We can take the longest sidewalk, we can miss the usual turn. There is nowhere that we're going, there is nothing left to learn. Oh, I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need a perfect plan. Give me one more open window and the warm breeze on my hands. A little more sunshine, a little more blue, a little more time to
little more blue, a little more laughter, coming easy with you, or sunshine falling over everything. Maybe that's all I needed to feel like myself again. A little more sunshine. That's all I need. A little more sunshine. Oh, following me.
They're on a little blanket at the Sunday market fair. A tiny silver compass caught the morning air. Its glass was lightly scratched, its needle softly swayed, like it still remembered every road it ever made. The vendor smiled and told me it still points true today. I turned it in my hand and slowly walked away. Funny how one little thing can quietly suggest that maybe taking side streets sometimes works the best. No destination, no perfect map, just open streets and small surprises. Maybe getting lost is only another way to find somewhere new. The pocket compass turning with the breeze, pointing somewhere I had never seen. The pocket compass resting in my hand, not showing where to finish, only where to stand. Maybe every road has something waiting there. I wandered through the market without a list to keep. Stopped beside a violin playing on the street. Children chased the pigeons, someone painted names. A baker waved from far away like we'd met someday. The little needle shimmered every time I'd move, not because it changed the world, just because I did. I slipped it in my pocket with a quiet smile, thinking maybe every journey starts this small. No one knew where I'd go, I didn't know either. Still somehow the morning felt exactly right. The pocket compass turning with the breeze, pointing somewhere I had never seen. The pocket compass resting in my hand, not showing where to finish, only where to stand. Maybe every road has something waiting there. North or south, east or west, maybe none are really best. Sometimes all we need is one small reason to keep walking just a little farther. The pocket compass quietly it rests, leading not by distance but by curiosity. The pocket compass is small enough to hide, yet somehow big enough to change an ordinary day.
Between two worn out pages of a book I almost gave away, there was an old train ticket, faded soft with page. The numbers barely showed, the station name was gone. Only yesterday's blue ink was quietly holding on. I turned it in my fingers like it might explain who stood upon that platform waiting for that train. Maybe they were smiling, maybe they were scared, maybe someone waved goodbye standing over there. Every little paper keeps a little time, even after people leave behind. Somewhere in the silence, someone's story stays hidden in the smallest things. The old train ticket folded by the years, still carrying 1,000 little miles. The old train ticket never said a word, still it somehow spoke to me. Funny how a single piece of paper can travel farther than we ever see. Outside the wind was moving through the empty trees. Afternoon was drifting slowly with the breeze. I slipped it in my pocket, walked another street, wondering if another town still remembered those old seats. A whistle crossed my memory, though no train passed by. Some sounds stay forever, even after goodbye. Maybe every journey leaves a quiet trace, waiting for another heart to find its place. No destination, no return, just a little corner left unturned. Sometimes yesterday finds tomorrow in unexpected ways. The old train ticket folded by the years, still carrying 1,000 little miles. The old train ticket never said a word, still it somehow spoke to me. Funny how a single piece of paper can travel farther than we ever see. Maybe someone reached their home, maybe someone changed their plans. Maybe this small ticket was the beginning of a different life. The old train ticket, quiet in my hand, holding places I'll never understand. The old train ticket, one forgotten thing. Some journeys never end, they simply change who we become.
I found a little camera behind a dusty shelf. Its leather strap was faded, like it had stories left. No price tag on the window, just a handwritten note. Still works if you're patient, that was all it wrote. I held it for a moment, looked through the tiny frame. The whole room felt different, though nothing really changed. I wondered who had carried it down streets I'd never know. How many quiet afternoons it used to call its own. Every scratch, every mark, someone left a little part. Some things grow more beautiful the longer they've been loved. The secondhand camera still waiting on a shelf, holding little memories it couldn't keep itself. The secondhand camera looking back somehow through another pair of eyes, here and now. Maybe every photograph begins before the shutter falls. The shop owner smiled softly, said it came in yesterday. Didn't know much about it or where it used to stay. I turned the silver dial, heard the quiet click, like somebody's yesterday was breathing just a bit. Outside people hurried, buses came and went. Inside time was slower than the afternoon had meant. I didn't even buy it, still I walked away, feeling like I'd borrowed a memory for a day. Not everything needs to be taken home to stay with you. Some things simply leave behind a different point of view. The secondhand camera still waiting on a shelf, holding little memories it couldn't keep itself. The secondhand camera looking back somehow through another pair of eyes, here and now. Maybe every photograph begins before the shutter falls. Someone laughed inside this frame, someone waved without a name. Somewhere far beyond today, those little moments still remain. Maybe that's what pictures do long after they're through. The secondhand camera still waiting patiently, keeping quiet afternoons for someone else to see. The secondhand camera, one forgotten thing. Funny how a little lens can change the way you see. The secondhand camera still remembers everything. At the end of Harbor Lane, a little windmill turned, not for power, not for show, just dancing with the wind. Beside it stood a bakery with flour on the floor. The bell above the wooden door sang softer than before. Fresh bread lined the shelves, still warm from early dawn. Someone wrote today's menu in careful chalk and white. The smell of butter drifting out reached halfway down the street. Before I knew what happened, I was walking through the door. Some places call your name without a single word. You only notice after you're already there. day start. An old couple shared one cinnamon roll, breaking it in half without saying much. A little boy pressed both his hands against the glass, choosing only with his eyes. Someone packed a paper bag folded neat with string, like even simple mornings deserved a little care. I left with one small loaf, still warm in both my hands. The smell stayed with me longer than the road back home. Nothing rushed, nothing loud, just quiet moments freshly made. Some mornings taste better when they aren't planned. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery, standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. Tomorrow someone else will open up that little door, following only the smell of bread, finding more than they came for. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze, holding little mornings for everyone it meets. The Windmill Bakery, I remember still. Some places keep your heart long after you've gone. Past the narrow alleyway where ivy climbed the wall, a little painted wooden sign was swaying in the breeze. I almost walked right past it, like everyone before. Then something made me turn around and open up the door. Warm air wrapped around me, smelling faintly sweet. Rows of little flowers reached toward the afternoon. Sunlight through the glass above painted everything in green. Even all my hurried thoughts slowed quietly with me. Some places bloom without a sound, waiting patiently to be found. You never know what's hiding there behind one little door. The greenhouse door open to the spring. One small step changed everything. The greenhouse door, quiet, warm and bright, holding little pieces of the morning light. Funny how a place so small could make the whole day grow. A woman trimmed the smallest leaves carefully enough to make the silence sing. An old wooden watering can rested by the wall, like it had been waiting there for years without a word. A little orange butterfly found its way inside, floating through the ferns without a map to guide. I did sometimes grows quietly in the air. The greenhouse door open to the spring. One small step changed everything. The greenhouse door, quiet, warm and bright, holding little pieces of the morning light. Funny how a place so small could make the whole day grow. Tomorrow someone else will push that little door, searching only for a flower, finding something more. Maybe that's what little places have been waiting for. The greenhouse door open to the spring. One small step changed everything. The greenhouse door, I'll remember still. Some places never leave, even after you do. The greenhouse door quietly remains.
The root kept climbing past the cedar trees till the town grew smaller, far below my feet. There upon the hillside, painted white and blue, stood a little observatory, waiting in the afternoon. Only 3 more visitors, quiet in the room. Someone pointed softly toward the rising moon. I leaned against the railing, watching daylight fade like the evening knew exactly how to end the day. No one hurried, no one spoke. The sky was doing all it knew. Some endings never asked to be anything brand new. The little observatory looking over everything, where daylight slowly hands the sky to evening. The little observatory standing calm and still. Funny how the quiet places stay with you the most. Maybe this was where the journey wanted me to be. One by one, the stars appeared without making any sound. The little girl whispered to her father, do they always wait up there? He smiled and nodded gently like he'd answered that before. Outside, the wind moved through the pines, slowly toward the shore. I didn't need to say a thing, the view had already done enough. Every road, every place, every step along the way quietly became a part of me before I even knew. The little observatory looking over everything, where daylight slowly hands the sky to evening. The little observatory standing calm and still. Funny how the quiet places stay with you the most. Maybe this was where the journey wanted me to be. Tomorrow I'll be somewhere else, walking roads I've never seen. But every place that found me first will travel here with me. Maybe that's what journeys leave long after they are done. The little observatory watching through the night, keeping little dreams beneath the stars. stars above. A little observatory high above the town. Some places never ask to be remembered, they simply are. And somehow you never forget.
I wasn't looking for somewhere to stay, just another shortcut on an ordinary day. The map kept talking, I turned it off, thought I'd trust my feet instead. There beneath the maple past an empty swing sat a weathered wooden bench without a single sign. No famous view, no painted name. Still somehow it asked me to remain. Nobody waiting, nobody calling, just the breeze moving through the trees. Sometimes a place finds you first before you know what you need. The bench with no name hidden from the street, holding quiet afternoons for anyone who needs. The bench with no name, nothing much to see. Funny how the smallest places remember you completely. Maybe that's enough for me. A cyclist waved without slowing down. A golden retriever rolled across the grass. Somebody practiced an old trumpet tune, missing half the notes, still smiling through. Clouds kept changing without a sound. Leaves kept dancing on the ground. Everything around me stayed exactly as it was, only I felt different somehow. No destination, no surprise, just one quiet hour passing by. Some days don't need a bigger story to become your favorite one. The bench with no name hidden from the street, holding quiet afternoons for anyone who needs. The bench with no name, nothing much to see. Funny how the smallest places remember you completely. Maybe that's enough for me. Maybe tomorrow someone else will sit right here without a plan, never knowing someone else once found a little piece exactly where they stand. The bench with no name hidden from the street, holding quiet afternoons for anyone who needs. The bench with no name, nothing much to see. Some places never ask who you are, they simply let you be. The bench with no name, I'll remember you. Folded in a wooden drawer beneath a stack of faded charts lay a weather-beaten paper marked with careful little stars. The corners had been softened by hands I'd never known. Blue lines crossed the ocean from many years ago. One small lighthouse circled carefully in quiet pencil writing. The time refused to leave. I traced the faded coastline with one curious hand, wondering who once followed every line across the sand. Some maps lead across the sea, some only lead inside your dreams. Every faded corner still remembers where it's been. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, folded by the years, holding little journeys far beyond right here. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, quiet in my hands, pointing not to places, but forgotten plans. Funny how a single page can carry so much sky. Outside gulls were calling over gentle waves. Fishing boats were drifting slowly through the bay. The shopkeeper smiled softly, said, "Nobody buys those now." Still he brushed the dust away, like they mattered somehow. I rolled it up with care, then placed it back again. Some treasures don't belong inside another home. I left with empty pockets, but a fuller afternoon. Certain little moments stay with you much longer. Nothing owned, nothing kept. Some memories travel light. Sometimes wonder is enough to change the day. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, folded by the years, holding little journeys far beyond right here. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, quiet in my hands, pointing not to places, but forgotten plans. Funny how a single page can carry so much sky. Maybe someday someone else will unfold those careful lines, finding all the quiet dreams hidden in between. Some roads fade, some remain inside the heart just the same. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, resting where it stayed, keeping little oceans safe upon the page. The Forgotten Lighthouse Map, one forgotten guide. Some adventures never end, they simply wait to be found. At the end of the river road, past the old white rail, there was a tiny ferry waiting by itself. No long lines, no busy crowd, only quiet footsteps on weathered wooden boards. And no bell rang, the rope came loose. Morning drifted slowly across the water blue. No one seemed in any hurry, even time back and forth without a sound. A little journey across the town. The tiny ferry crossing gentle waves, taking little stories from one shore to the next. The tiny ferry, never running late. Every quiet crossing worth the wait. Funny how the shortest ride can stay with you the longest time. A florist held a bucket full of roses. A little boy counted passing birds. Someone read the morning paper. Another closed their tired eyes. Halfway over, the engine softened. Only water filled the air. Nobody spoke, still somehow everything was being shared. One more crossing, one more smile, one more morning passing by. Maybe that's how memories quietly arrive. The tiny ferry crossing gentle waves, taking little stories from one shore to the next. The tiny ferry, never running late. Every quiet crossing worth the wait. Funny how the shortest ride can stay with you the longest time. Tomorrow someone else will stand exactly where I stood today, watching sunlight dance across the moving river. All the same, some places never really change. That's why we come again. The tiny ferry crossing gentle waves, taking little stories from one shore to the next. The tiny ferry moving patiently. Sometimes all we need is somewhere small to carry us a little farther.
At the end of Harbor Lane, a little windmill turn. Not for power, not for show, just dancing with the wind. Beside it stood a bakery with flour on the floor. The bell above the wooden door sang softer than before. Fresh bread lined the shelves, still warm from early dawn. Someone wrote today's menu in careful chalk and white. The smell of butter drifting out reached halfway down the street. Before I knew what happened, I was walking through the door. Some places call your name without a single word. You only notice after you're already there. The Windmill Bakery turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. An old couple shared one cinnamon roll, breaking it in half without saying much. A little boy pressed both his hands against the glass, choosing only with his eyes. Someone packed a paper bag, folded neat with string. Like even simple mornings deserved a little care. I left with one small loaf, still warm and sweet moments freshly made. Some mornings taste better when they aren't planned. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze. Warm bread, warm smiles, simple memories. The Windmill Bakery, standing small and bright. Funny how a little place can slow the morning light. Maybe that's where good days start. Tomorrow someone else will open up that little door, following only the smell of bread, finding more than they came for. The Windmill Bakery, turning with the breeze, holding little mornings for everyone. And meets the Windmill Bakery, I'll remember still. Some places keep your heart long after you've gone.